Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode or edition or whatever of Website Wednesday from Brooke Summer at Business Straight Up. Today's website critique is from Jessica Dervin of Bodyscape Boudoir. She had asked that I go through her information and go through her website to get some feedback. And she did mention that she wants her products to be a little bigger, so she's working on that. So we will keep that in mind. Beautiful website up front. I love that this is full width for the photo. And like my favorite thing in the world is a call to action above the fold. Super obvious. I know exactly what it is. And when I hover over it, we can see the address down here in the lower left corner. It says book a session, sends me to her contact page. High five, Jessica. First of all, for putting yourself out there to begin with and get some feedback on your website. But second of all, for having this call to action above the fold, meaning it's right up front, and a beautiful photo that is full width. So Kansas City's premier boudoir studio, and when we scroll down, the photo scrolls too, which is always kind of cool. Celebrate yourself. Every woman is worthy of feeling confident in herself. Fabulous. We have about, portfolio, and contact. The only thing I don't love right here is portfolio right across her face. However, I'm not sure if that is something that you can necessarily control. I'm guessing it's probably directly from the website theme. So, once in a while, blow your own damn mind with a couple's photo. Fabulous. We believe in boudoir for every woman. And it talks about the goal with Bodyscape Boudoir Studios on a body love mission. Beautiful. Love, love, love. I also love that we have several magazines here that you have been featured in, or maybe that you've talked about, stuff like that, so that you can lend a little bit of credibility and legitimacy to your website as well. I did this shoot for no one except myself, which I love. Read our reviews, which we'll go there in just a moment. I'm going to stay on the home page and keep going down. Book your session. I love, love, love that there's a contact form here. I love those boots, by the way. Contact form is perfect. It's super simple. And for anyone watching, I know that you want to get a ton of information up front from someone, but man, sometimes we just ask for so much up front. And if someone isn't ready to give us that information, you're putting a barrier between yourself and those potential clients. This is just name, email, a text, and how did you hear about us, and anything else that Jessica needs to know, which is perfect. Keep in touch. We have an Instagram feed here, which is lovely. And the footer down here at the bottom, mail to. I'm just checking these links to make sure everything works properly, because there's nothing worse than a broken link. And I'm not clicking on them, but I can see where they're heading in this lower left corner when I mouse over. We have home, about, portfolio. Perfect. Love, love, love the homepage. So well done. Simple, beautiful, powerful imagery, and call to action. Someone is very, very clear on what you want them to do, which I love. So let's go over to the next page, which is Meet Jessica, or the About page. And again, it talks about what you will get when you work with Bodyscape Boudoir, which is awesome. And I'm reading. Love the call to action right here. Like, these calls to action are amazing. Wonderfully, wonderfully done. We have the awards and publications again. Why Boudoir? A quote from a client, which is awesome. We also have the ability to go between other quotes, which is fabulous. Very well done as well. And we have another contact form here. Perfect. Jessica, the only feedback that I would give you on your About page here, this Meet Jessica, is to give a little bit more about yourself. Why would I hire you instead of someone else that's in Kansas City? Why would I pick you to get naked in front of instead of someone else? Why would I trust you? What sets you apart? That's something that I'm kind of missing in this About page. I do love the simplicity of it, but I also want to learn a little bit more about you and who you are. But gorgeously, wonderfully put together. Next up is products. Now this is the page that she had said that she wants to do a little more. Luxury products. And you can click on these and make them larger. A small typo here, there's no apostrophe in sessions, so I would just take that out. It should be sessions without an apostrophe. And, I see what you're saying about your products needing a little more information, but I don't know that you do. I feel like it's done very, very well. I am curious why you're pixelating nipples on your own website, just because it's unnecessary. And man, I know I fight Facebook with nipples all the time, but on my website you can be damn sure I'm not going to censor them. So just curious there. But I don't know that your products need to be larger. You can, but ultimately you want someone to come to your website and fall in love with you, so that it's not even really about your products, because what they want is that experience to work with you and the chance to experience what you have to offer. So the products are kind of a secondary thing when it comes to Boudoir. At least that's my opinion. Portfolio, and I just want to point out that all of your links are working, which is wonderful, and I love, love, love. So, portfolio, empowering all women, ages, shapes, sizes, couples. I love your portfolio. I love that it's easy to look at and it's set up almost like a Pinterest magazine style, which I really, really like. Contact page on or a contact piece on every page, which I really love. One thing I do want to point out is that at the top you're extremely deliberate in saying we want women of all shapes, ages, and sizes, but that's not really what you show in your portfolio. And this isn't necessarily about your website, just about what you're sharing with the world. Is there's a lot of skinny women on here. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's who you want to target. But if you want to work with women of all shapes and sizes, you might want to show some different body types on here too. I see some, like here's someone that's not super thin, but you might want to show off more. That's something that a lot of clients tell me over and over again, is that they booked me because they saw larger women on my website. And that's not something that they see on everyone's website. So it is definitely some feedback that I have gotten and some clients that I have booked. So just passing that along. But overall, I love the layout. I love how it's done. I love that you have these little little inlets of a photo with a call to action. It's very, very well done. Next up is testimonials. Love the quotes. The only feedback I might give is to have pictures of these women with the quotes if you can. You don't necessarily have to. It's not a must, but it always helps to kind of put a face with a name, especially if you want to reach out to different ages, shapes, sizes, all that good stuff. For someone to see herself on your website is huge. Love the contact page, or the contact stuff on every single page. That is fabulous. FAQ, love how this is laid out. Very, very simple. Next up is the blog. I love the blog page. One thing that if you've seen any of my website videos in the past, you know it drives me crazy when people force me to read an entire post before I can see the other posts. So on the blog homepage, I really love that you have very set posts, and it looks like you only have 2. So just keep adding to that. But I love that I can see a thumbnail and click on the post that I want to read. Next up is the shop, which I'm guessing, yeah, it's an event, which is awesome. Very, very well done. And then the contact page. Get in touch, which is the same contact information that we've seen, which has been on every page, which is amazing. And I think everyone should have contact stuff on every page. What you need to do is really remember what your overall goal is with your website. It is ultimately for someone to contact you, right? To book you. And that is something that you have done very, very, very well, is to have that contact information on every single page of your website. Overall, this website is beautifully done. You have beautiful work. My only feedback would be to add some women of different body types and ages and shapes and sizes, especially because you specifically said that on your portfolio. A few little other pieces of feedback, but overall, very, very well done, Jessica. All the links are working, which is wonderful. And seriously, high five. I love your site. It looks beautiful.